Hey, what's up, everybody? This is DJ Keo, and today I wanted to talk about DJing for free. I'm on the fence about this. I know you're gonna say, like, "Ah, come on, man, pick a side," but I've done events and stuff like that for people, and it was free, but it was immensely beneficial for me. I got a lot of clients out of it. I made networking with other people doing other ventures, and like it was helpful. And I'm one of those people who believes that the best way to get work is to be working, and I know that sounds nonsensical on his face, but finding a DJ in 2020 is immensely difficult because everybody's a DJ. I can't stress this enough. Everybody and their grandmother's a DJ. They all got laptops, they all access to Spotify and whatever else. So, finding somebody who's actually any good at their job is hard. So when people do see somebody who's, technically proficient putting two songs together and making announcements on a microphone, they're like, yes, can you do my gig for me? And people need gigs, they need DJs for stuff all the time. So I've got a ton of work for me working, if that makes sense. Like I've done like a corporate thing, and somebody's come up and asked me for my business card, which is why the next thing I'm going to stress to you: get friggin' business cards made. I can't stress it to you enough. I left so much money on the floor because I didn't have a card, and I was like, hey, I'll text you my phone number," and like that's just like, oh, come on, man. When you hand them a card, you're like, here's my card, and it's got your logo on there, your information, your website, whatever housed on there. It's so it makes you it that extra mile makes you look even more professional than somebody's like, "Hey, this is my Instagram. Look me up on the thing." Like nobody cares about that, especially business people. If you're trying to get a gig to do somebody's birthday party, your Instagram's fine or whatever you're doing, that's fine. Corporate people like a business card. Like that's just that's a fact of life because they want to show, hey, here's a card. This looks professional. They show their bosses, okay, give open up the budget. Let's do this thing because they're always answering to somebody else, and so you can't make them look stupid. Like, well, this is really cute guy, and he was at a party, and he gave me my phone number. Like, nobody wants that. That's not helpful to you as a businessman and to your career. All right, so definitely get business cards, but like, I'm from the standpoint of you get work by working. I've done a bunch of free events for people, and I hand out my business cards to everybody who's asking. I was like, "Here you go, here you go, here you go," and I've gotten work out of it. That may not it doesn't happen every time, but putting yourself out there and just networking. The key to all of this is networking more than anything else. The more people who see you and the more people that you talk to, and the more people that give you your card to and your number, the better your chances are of getting work. If you just do one thing and then you just like, I'm done. There you go. My work on the internet should provide bountiful. Like it's not gonna happen like that. Your internet is flooded with DJs. Everybody's a DJ on the internet. Everybody's got a laptop, everybody's got Spotify. Like it's a fact of life. Your competition is better than you. They have better mixes than you. They have better internet presence than you. The thing they don't have is access to paying customers. And that's something that you could have by doing free stuff. And not necessarily saying do the free things forever, but you got to put yourself out there, especially if you're just starting. You have to put yourself out there. You got to tell everybody you're a DJ. You have to tell your grandparents, your uncles, your aunts, whoever you want, your friends. Make mixes for your friends. Give it to them. Put your number on the back of whatever you got to do. Put your number on the MP3 so the feds can get you. Whatever you got to do, you need to make sure that everybody knows that you're a DJ, and you need to get everybody your phone number and put that out there more so than your online presence. Online presence is nice, and it's that little extra sprinkling on top that goes well with the whatever you're making. That physical presence of I looked at this guy or girl straight in the face, and they looked very professional. They were dressed professionally. They did their job. They did an excellent job. The crowd liked it. The people there liked it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that whole thing of your best way to get work is to show that you're amazing doing work. And it's redundant. Like I keep saying it over and over. I feel like I'm selling an infomercial here, but that's the key. This is the key to everything. I'm at this point in my career where I'll do free things, but my limit is equipment. Basically, how I look at it is once I close my laptop and put in my bag and my headphones and whatever cables I need to carry, that's it. That is all I'm carrying. I may carry extra stuff just in case for emergency, but if I'm gonna do a free party for you, if it's a friend or somebody's barbecue, whatever it is, if I'm doing a free thing, you're providing speakers, lights, the controller, CDJs, the mixer, whatever else. You're providing all that. This is the balance we have here. And this is my terms for doing free gigs for friends. A lot of people are like, well, okay, that makes sense. I don't really have any pushback from somebody like, "Oh, no, wait, I have to do stuff too?" Nobody says that because everybody's thinking like they thinking they're getting off easy on the DJ part because in their head, the DJ part is the most expensive out of this whole arrangement. Whereas for me, I love DJing. I shouldn't put this out there, but I love DJing. Like I love the crowd and just it's intoxicating. It's like a drug. So like if I can get a whole crowd hype and everybody's dancing and having a good time, I love that. That's not a job for me. So I don't mind in certain instances. I gotta put caveats here. Everyone be flirty, like, "Hey, can you do my free party?" Like, but I don't mind doing things for free. If the crowd is good or I can network and get connections, that kind of stuff, and I don't have to carry in equipment. I'm on board. I'm like, hell yeah! What time you need me to be there? I only do a couple free things a year. I don't do everything free. You gotta pay at some point, but free parties has led to work for me, and especially like I've done some birthday parties for some people, and that was because they saw me do something somewhere else, and they're like, "Oh yeah, wait, you're a DJ, yo, can you do my thing for me?" People know like, okay, I give some terms here, and don't be afraid to ask. Like that's the thing. A lot of people give up the cow and everything else and the farm away. No, don't be afraid to ask. My ask is I'm not carrying jack shit from my car. My ask is everything that fits in my laptop bag is what I'm carrying. That's it. That's my ask. For the friends and family discount. But that's my ask, and I don't mind that. So like some people aren't comfortable with that, and that makes sense, especially if you got to drive really far. Like I've done events that were like way across the city, like a 45-minute drive. Don't be afraid to ask for gas money. Like I did a party for a friend of mine that I used to work with back in the day. It was her birthday party, and so she's doing all the stuff like that. And so she got the speakers for me, and she got controller for me and lights. And I was cool with that. And then she, on top of that, gave me gas money because she knew how annoying it was because she's lived far. She was far. It was a trek and a half. I felt like Frodo going to Mount Doom. Like it was crazy. But yeah, yeah. So she gave me gas money and she got the equipment for me. So I played music for like 6 hours straight. Like I was in the zone. But like I don't mind like people who look out for you. I don't mind that. Like that's a cool thing for me. And I did actually get work out of it, like paying work. 'Cause they were doing a wedding and they need a DJ, and I was like, "Yo, this guy's fine, could do it." I don't want to keep hyping up like, "Yo, this guy's amazing," but I got the gig by doing the free gig, so I understand that you got to pay rent. You can't pay rent with, "Yo, we're gonna give you likes and thumbs up." Like you can't pay rent like that. In this industry, networking is very important and probably the most important part of your gigs. After every gig, you should have a stack of business cards handing out to people. Doesn't matter how tired you are, it doesn't matter how whatever else, while you're packing up, you should be like, here, it's a fact of life. You're gonna get used to it. Cause the first time I did it, I never had business cards and I wasn't prepared for it. And the second time I did it, I had cards ready. And the time I didn't have business cards, I got nothing out of it. Like no future paying gigs. I didn't get anything out of it. The time I did have the business cards, I got like 2 gigs out of it. Like just right off the bat, talking to people and that kind of stuff. Like you cannot be afraid. The amount of time you spend on Instagram and that kind of stuff should be spent talking to different people. And that's it. That's my words of wisdom to you. to summarize, yes, I'm pro doing free gigs within reason. Within reason, right? Within reason. You need to be prepared to get work when you do these free things. Like you have to be prepared for it. And the best way is to have business cards and that kind of stuff. And I'm not opposed. Like my internet presence is god awful. It is terrible. I don't really get work from that, so it's not something I focus on, but people do. So you definitely need to decide which you want to focus on. But I still feel in 2020 that no better way to get work is networking. That's it. That's the bottom line. I'll go stone cold on you, but yeah, that's it. I really feel like that. So let me know what you guys think below. Should you do free gigs? I think you need to specify where you are in your career and what kind of DJing you want to do. Free gigs at a club is stupid. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. If somebody's like, "Hey, if you DJ my club night, it's gonna be good. You're gonna get, you're not gonna get any work from DJing a club night in a club booth. People can't get to you to ask you. They're gonna ask you for requests if you're lucky, and I mean, if you're really lucky, the most you're gonna get out of is a request. You're gonna get very little work from doing something like that. I, it's a terrible. Do not do free gigs at a club. I don't do it. That's a sucker's bet. Um, Weddings, maybe. It depends. I treat weddings more of a how close I am to you as the family member. And even then I got caveats. You gotta pick and choose your battles here. Generally, weddings, I don't like doing them free, even if they get the equipment, because wedding is a different beast from you DJing a birthday party or a barbecue or whatever. Like that's a whole different beast. I definitely look at it like y- the work your work level should be how you gauge what your payment should be. Take for instance a barbecue or a little party there. Throwing your laptop into a bag and playing music that you love doing already for people that know you and they already like you, that's not work. If anything, you can look at it as a practice section and just try different mixes and fool around with concepts or even make a mixtape out of it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you can look at that as something that help you do something else later on. You don't have to look at it as work. But a wedding is work. Do not do free weddings unless, you know, they're definitely connected to them. And for the love of God, don't do free clubs. They are screwing you. If there's a club and it's full of people, they have money, all right? That bar is printing money. And if they had to charge people to get inside, they made a ton of money off your blood, sweat, and tears. Say no to free club gigs, all right? F that. Just honestly, from the bottom of my heart, F that. Do not do that. And I'm not gonna go back on the free club thing. That's a hard no for me. But definitely you gotta figure out what works for your situation and what you're trying to accomplish here. That's very important to you. But the people who are willing to do everything for free, you need to set boundaries and limits because if you do everything for free, people are gonna walk all over you. So I'm saying don't be afraid to ask for something. Gas money first and foremost, because that's not a stretch. Nobody can look at you for gas money and be like, no, do it for free. Like nobody's gonna say that. If you say, well, at least give me some couple bucks to pay for gas, most people will be like, all right, fine. Nobody says no. And I would inch up from gas money to equipment. Work your way to equipment, and then you can stop there, or you can get food or beers. But I don't like DJing drunk, so I don't really drink alcohol when I'm DJing. So that depends on you, kind of DJ you are. But you know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to work your way up to stuff. Like you need to make it a fair trade. You playing music isn't the get. You being there is the get. You need to leverage this to your benefit. So that's how I look at it professionally. Like you need to work it out. So there's some quid pro quo. There's something going on here that it benefits you in some way, some capacity. And it's not you're gonna get some free likes, all right? That's not it. Although you can turn it, depending what kind of DJ you are and what kind of situation it is, you can turn it into something else. But generally, I mean that's up to you how hard you're gonna hustle that into a gig. Realistically, if there's a party and there's 50 people, these 50 people have jobs and these 50 people's companies have to do events or Christmas parties or something eventually, and they may not be happy with their guy or girl, whatever it is, non-binary, whatever. But I'm just saying they may not be happy with the person they have, and I've gotten gigs like that because the person they had, they didn't like him, and they're like, "Oh snap, this guy was actually pretty good. Thank God I had a business card from him." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that simple. You have no idea. You can replace somebody, you can get hooked on with something else, you can network to something else to a bigger thing. May even be past DJing. You could be like coordinating something out. Like you have no idea. But you need to be prepared, like that's the eventuality. You can't look at it as, well, I hope possibly, maybe, but I'm not ready for it. You need to be prepared. Anyways, this is a hell of a ramble. And I'm finding I'm talking longer and longer on these things, which is terrible. I gotta cut this down. Anyways, thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think below. Please like and subscribe, and peace out.